Hi there, welcome back. Coach Tonya here with Criticalbench, and in this video I'm going to be talking about perimenopause and what I call the prelude to menopause. All right, why do I refer to it as the prelude? Well, I guess the biggest reason I have is because it can be a really good heads up as far as what may be coming down the road for you. This is a really great time if you've never exercised or really thought about it, is to have some really amazing body awareness, because you will probably start to notice some changes, and I strongly recommend you writing things down, maybe starting to journal some of these changes, because that's going to be invaluable information for you heading into menopause, particularly if you have any symptoms or any issues with menopause and certain things that you really struggle with, and coming up with ways to help yourself, maybe have an impact, or discussions you may want to have with your doctor. All right. So I'm using those terms interchangeably, because what I found when I was doing research was that sometimes people were using pre when it could have been argued they were in peri, and vice versa. So I'm just, forgive me, but I'm talking about them both as one, pre to the menopause, all right, and things that may be going on with your body. Now, again, as I've mentioned this in other videos, but as we get older, our estrogen levels start to drop. Estrogen levels go down, and there's a marked dip in estrogen production levels in the 30s and 40s. So this is sort of an average age range where a woman can be entering this phase of her life and starting to notice some changes in things. So again, body awareness is key. Keep your journal, write things down. So what are some of the common signs? Now, these aren't all the signs. You may have something completely that I have not talked about or mentioned here, and that's, that is what it is. Take note of that, because anything that's different from your normal, you want to make a note of. But these are the ones in doing the research on menopause that came up all the time. I mean, they were on the top of every list. They were talked about in almost every study I looked at. So here's what those are. Dealing with periods, they can be lighter or heavier. Okay, so basically anything different than what you've normally experienced with your periods. Heavier, lighter, or painful, less painful. Longer, shorter. Okay, so a noticeable change in your periods. An increase in PMS symptoms. So you may have been someone that sailed through life not really having a lot of PMS symptoms, if any at all, and all of a sudden you might find that, holy moly, not only do you know when your period's coming, but it is coming in with a vengeance. Okay, so that's just your body letting you know that there has been a change in the levels of estrogen in your body, and these are some things to just keep a heads up about heading into menopause. All right. Weight gain. A lot of women struggle with this. Premenopause and menopause, and it's the one that when I work with clients who are menopausal, it's their biggest thing that they really struggle with this, and we spend a lot of time coming up with ways and means for them to not only lose weight, but maintain a healthier weight, a weight that they're happy with. But your body composition is going to change, and again, that's impacted by this fluctuation of hormone levels in your body. Thinning hair, and not just thinning hair here, but eyebrows maybe start to get patchy. You may notice that they're not as thick and bushy as they were. So that's another one. And you may find that, like when you brush your hair, when you wash your hair, there's a lot more hair coming out. I'm not going to say don't get all panicky about it. If you think you're losing so much that you're experiencing bald spots or like bare patches, you should get in to see a doctor. But hair thinning is common, and there's usually not too high a risk you're going to lose all of your hair. All right. Tender breasts. Now, tender breasts, this is outside of like PMS symptoms, because some women will experience breast tenderness with their PMS. This is just if you've never experienced it all ever, and all of a sudden you're getting this, that's a good indication that you are, your body has had a drop in estrogen levels and it's getting ready for menopause. Increase in UTIs, especially if you've never had UTIs. Now, if you're someone who has been plagued with UTIs and you've had them most of your life, this wouldn't be a red flag, but if you've never and all of a sudden you seem to get them frequently, that is a heads up for you, all right? And muscle cramping. Okay. And these are the ones that they can wake you out of a dead sleep. You get that tightness in the calves and it can be quite shocking. Or just walking down the street and all of a sudden you find like your toes or something are starting to curl up and cramp, and you can't get that flat foot grip on the floor. So again, these are not all of the symptoms, and it's not an all-inclusive list, but these are probably, like I said, in doing my research, these are the ones that were they were on every list that I looked at, and these are the ones I wanted to point out in this video. If you have any other ones, you have questions, please make those, ask those questions and put those in the comments below, because I'd love to hear from you and I'll certainly get back to you. But that's really all I have to say about premenopause, your prelude. Have some great body awareness. Make some good notes for yourself. It's going to really help you as you move into menopause and navigating that transition. I'm Coach Tonya here at the Critical Bench compound. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you soon.